What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today, we take on Leverkusen in the last game of the Champions League group stage and Benfica in the league. Two big games. We've played 4 games since last episode. It started off well. First 2 games we did really well. And then, well, I think it's starting to happen again. I think you know what I'm talking about. We've gotten, I think, 4 injuries in the last week. That's a new one. But every single shot on our goal is going in. And every single shot we're having on the opposition goal is not going in. It has not gone well. We've lost our last 2 games. And for the most part, we were the better teams in both. The second one, definitely the better team. So we started off against Belenenses after that St. Gallen game that, again, we should have scored 6 or 7. Like, we had 6 or 7 XG. We did get 6 against Belenenses, but it didn't start well. 34 minutes in, they had 2 goals, we had 1. We got a goal to equalize in the 45th minute, but so it was 2-2 at halftime. We scored 4 in the second. We were, like, legitimately bad in the first half. Like, legitimately bad, and then we turned around the second half. Then we played a lower division side, so you can kind of ignore that one. A 5-0 win, but, yeah, Tomas with a couple, DK with a couple. Good to see him score. He hadn't scored in, like, almost like a full calendar year, it felt like. And then it started happening. Real Madrid in the Champions League, away from home. We lost 3-0. Even though, up until about the 80th minute, we were the better team. Like, comfortably. They did have a goal. Like, they were up 1-0 to that point. But we were the much better team. And then they got a penalty and scored it. And so we had to go attacking. And then from then off, they had a few more chances. At the point they were 3-0 up, they had 4 shots on target. Fun. And then we lost to Gil Vicente, just to make it even better. And guess what the goal was? It was an own goal. They can't even score a freaking goal themselves. A freaking tackle by Lucas Dean that just rolls in the back of the net. Horazzo didn't even attempt to save it. And yeah, it was another one of those matches where they did absolutely nothing. They had 0.14 XG. We had 17 shots. Only 5 on target. 61% possession. 3 half chances. And yet they won 1-0. It always has to happen. I don't know whether to love it or to hate it. I know I hate it, but like, I don't know to laugh at this point. Like, it's insane. And of course, it had to happen right in time where we've got big Champions League matches coming up, because this Leverkusen match is the definition of a must-win. If we don't win, we are in the Europa League. Guaranteed. Because Leverkusen have a better goal difference. We're on the same points. They have a better goal difference because of that 3-0 thrashing by Real Madrid. And Real Madrid are playing St. Gallen. And there's literally a 0% chance they don't win that game. So if we don't win, we are in the Europa League. If we do win, we're top of the group. So, yeah, it's either ends of the spectrum, but we cannot go to the Europa League. We cannot. We have not done it once since we've been here. Every single time we've been in the group stage, we've gotten out of the group. Usually top. But it would be an enormous failure, especially considering we just spent $124 million on a player to win this freaking competition. So if we're not even in the knockouts, they might sack me. I don't know. Then we got Benfica, 3 games after that. We've got a touch the Liga game in there and a game against Santa Clara. Hopefully those 2 games against, bad teams can turn things around if we don't turn it around against Leverkusen. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand. And then the injuries. We've got 4 injuries in the last week. 2 right backs, 2 left backs. Well, one of the left backs is suspended, Lucas Dean. And then Guilherme Santos is injured. So we're without Malo Gusto. We're without Lucas Dean. We're without Dana Braganca. So Franjic is playing a left back, Weigl a right back. Everyone else at least is fit, other than, of course, Guilherme Santos, so we don't have him available on the bench. Dyer's going to be our backup right back, which is terrifying. And, of course, got Mateus Pereira for the left. Niakate can also play there. Ugarte and Tabata for the middle. Tomas and DK as options up top. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They've both been, like, Tomas especially has been playing really well, but he's never done it in the Champions League. I don't know if he has a Champions League goal in his career. DK typically does show up in these occasions, so I had to have him on the bench, even though recently he's not been great, and I think he is, in fact, leaving in January. He came to me, requested a transfer. I agreed. He's going to be going. But we need to win. Like I said, it's a literal must-win match. We're all sick and tired of getting bad results. So go out there and change that. Starting now. I normally don't like to put pressure on you, but this is a literal must-win match. We are not a Europa League team. We are a Champions League knockout team. not achieving qualification to the knockouts of the Champions League would be a massive failure, and that cannot happen.
Where do you need to improve after a disappointing outing against Gil Vicente last time?
We need to get back to taking our chances. Didn't have an issue doing it to start the season, but these last 2 games, we've not been able to do it. That has to change today.
Lucas Digne and Malo Gusto miss out due to injury and suspension. How much of an absence will they be in this huge match?
I think it's clear that we'll miss them, but we've got to find a way to win. It's up to some other players to step up, and I know they can do that. I have faith in all of them.
You appear to have changed your tactical approach here despite a good recent run of results. What's the thinking behind those changes?
I wouldn't call losing our last 2 games a good recent run of results. This is a must-win match. We have to treat it as such. 7 minutes in, we've got our first highlight. A deep free kick. Pedro Gonzalez to take it. Looking for Sefco at the back post, but a ridiculous save. I think he was offside, though, so it wouldn't have counted anyways. And we've got a highlight immediately afterwards, too. 9 minutes. Throw in down this left-hand side. Francis to throw it in. Chase Nunez finds Carna, puts a ball in, looking for Thiago. It's going to fall to Pedro Gonzalez, but his 17 finishing is apparently a lie, because that was awful. Got another highlight. Leverkusen to start with it this time. Throw in from the left-hand side, but we're going to quickly win it. And Sesko's going to get played behind. He's going to have a chance here. He's got 3 men getting back. He's got to take it early, and he puts it in the back of the net. I had no faith that he was going to put that on target even, but he does one better. He puts it in the back of the net, and he gives us a lead. 22 minutes in, 1-0 up. Real Madrid are up on St. Gallen, as we expected, but we've got the lead we need. Now we need to both hold on to it and extend it. Another highlight, 38 minutes in. It's going to be another throw-in for Leverkusen, but the last throw-in they had, we scored off of it. So, a little optimistic. Van Huffel on the ball is going to look for Julian Wirtz, or Florian Wirtz. That's his name. Really good player, by the way. Inacio. Back to Daniel Weigl. Last time he played in the Champions League, he didn't play very well, but he's matured a lot since then. Hopefully he can put in a good performance. Obviously, I'd rather have Malo Gusto, but we'll see. Pedro Gonzalez. Oh! Just like I didn't expect Sesko's to go in, I didn't expect Gonzalez to even be on target. He already missed one by a mile earlier that was much easier, but he puts this one in the back of the net. This team makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. We're 2-0 up. Big game that we had to win, and so far we are. Now we just can't choke this away. We cannot bottle this. And it looks like we're going to halftime with that 2-0 lead. We've been the better team. They only have one shot on target. It's a miracle it didn't go in. But I thought we played pretty well. You know, we took our chances decently well. We've had a couple that we should have put on target that we didn't. But the ones we've gotten on target, they've gone in, for the most part. 1 XG, 2 goals. It's an improvement, at least. Better than what I expected, really. It's important to stay focused in the second half. Don't allow complacency to creep in. I'm proud of your first half performance, but we can't be thinking that the job's done, because it's not. Leverkusen have nothing to lose now. They're going to be throwing everything forward. As things stand, they're out. And I'm sure just like we wouldn't be, they're not happy. They're going to do whatever they can to score. So we have to stay locked on defensively, and we need to keep taking our chances. First half of the second half is a corner for us. 50 minutes in. Mateus Nunez. Inacio hits the bar, and it falls to Luca Carna. We are now 3-0 up. Surely we can't throw this one away. Surely, right? 82nd minute. Throw in from this left-hand side. It looks like it's going to be a 3-0 win, at least, for us. They might get a goal back, but surely they need 3. Surely they're not going to give up 3 goals in 8 minutes. We are a good defensive team. That surely can't happen. So we should be on to the knockout to the Champions League, winning the group stage once again. I'd say I was not optimistic. DK puts it over. I gotta say, I was not optimistic. The way we played these last 2 games, it could have easily spiraled into an absolute despair. And based on what we've seen the last couple of years, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But we responded. This is a must-win match. And we came out and we showed that we are good. We showed that we can win these kinds of matches. We showed that we have what it takes to be able to hopefully be able to win this competition. You know, results like this gives me hope because we were the much better team. Leverkusen were really good in this group stage. They were top. And yet, now they're in the Europa League. And surely that's going to do it. 2 minutes left. There's going to be a goal kick, but I don't think they can score 3 goals in 2 minutes. Ponce Schau is going to find Sertemir. They might get a consolation, but that's all it's going to be. Van Huffel looks for the shot. He puts it over. That's the game. We come in needing to win. Absolutely, without a doubt, needing to win. And it looks like we have. Are we wasting time or is it? Okay. I had to make sure it wasn't on full match. Sometimes it does that. But we're just wasting time now. There's 30 seconds left. I mean, Up pride, Leverkusen are still trying, but that's game over. And we've done it. Needing to win, we put in a dominant display against a team we really struggled against in the away leg. And coming off of 2 really poor results, we showed up today. And yeah, we were amazing. Fully deserved. So happy to see it.
You must be delighted with that performance and subsequent victory?
Absolutely. The importance of this match could not be downplayed, and our players rose to the occasion.
What a great goal Benjamin Sesko scored today. All his own work.
It was a great goal. It also came at a really important time for us, which made it that much better. So with that, us and Real Madrid qualify from our group, and we qualify top once again. Kind of got a feel for Leverkusen, though. That very easily could have been us. This was a match for YouTube, so obviously, Luka Karna had to be man of the match. It happens almost every single freaking time. It's insane at this point. What a game that was. Needed our big players to step up, especially with the injuries we had. Both fullbacks out. And they did. Great performance. Now, if we look at the Champions League, who all's through? I think all the groups have been done. Go to stages. Alright, so PSG topped their group with Tottenham. Atletico bottom. Shakhtar get to the Europa League. Atletico are out. That's surprising. Inter and Leipzig over Lyon and Midtjylland. Not too surprising there. Liverpool, obviously. Dortmund miss out to Feyenoord. That's surprising. Chelsea and Barcelona. Kind of not too surprising there. Atalanta third. Us and Madrid with Leverkusen going out. Bayern over City. But that's bad. It should have been Bayern and City. United, then Ajax. Lazio miss out. And then Juventus and Benfica do get through. Lille finished bottom. No real surprises. I mean, other than Atletico completely missing out. I mean, I think they should have at least gotten third. But it's not an easy group with Tottenham and PSG in there. But they definitely should have at least gotten third. I don't think there's really any other surprises other than maybe Dortmund. Dortmund missing out for Feyenoord is surprising. But that's kind of the only ones. So the teams we can get. Tottenham, Leipzig, Feyenoord, Barcelona, Man City, Ajax, and Benfica. Or not Benfica. So really, this is probably the easiest pot of teams we've had our entire time here. The only really tough ones are City and Barcelona. But like Ajax, I'd feel great about that. Feyenoord would be over the moon. Leipzig, we've already beat them once. Tottenham, I think I could handle that one too. So I'm fairly happy with that. Now we're on to the draw. Alright, it's time for the first knockout round draw. Just please don't give me Man City. I'll take Barcelona if we have to. Just not Man City. That's all I ask. Obviously, we can't get Real Madrid. We can't get Benfica. But just not Man City. Please, FM. Alright, first team out of the hat is Real Madrid. We can't get them, so this can't be us. Ooh, that's a good one for us, though. Real Madrid get Liverpool. That is a great result for us. Alright, next out of the hat, Barcelona. And if it has to be, it has to be. But just not Man City. Okay, they get Bayern. I'm okay with that one, too. That's pretty good as well. But Man City are still on the table. Next out of the hat, Tottenham. Alright, I'd take Tottenham. Okay, we got Tottenham. At least we didn't get Man City. We got another English team, but Tottenham, not Man City. They are currently 6th in the Premier League on 27 points, so they're doing all right. What about previous seasons? How have they done? Last year, they were 3rd. Okay. Year before that, they were 7th, and then 5th, and then 4th, and then 6th. Okay, how'd they do? Let's see, they were... Oh, they had Europa League 2 the year before, so I want to see how they did like in the Champions League, but they were in Europa League then. We were in the Champions League back in, 2025, 26 then. Let's see how they did in the Champions League when they were in it last time. So it's this one, I think, where they were in the Champions League. They got to the first knockout round, and they lost on penalties to Juventus. They got through a group with Bayern, who destroyed them, Moscow, and Feyenoord. So yeah, I feel pretty good about Tottenham. I feel pretty good about that. Let's see who the rest of the groups are. We already love these first two. Madrid, Liverpool, love it. Barcelona, Bayern, love it. And really, Man City, who do I want them to play? Man United? Is that possible? I don't think it is. I would love it, though. So, Juventus. I think Juventus are probably the next best team here. Maybe PSG as well. All right, next out of the hat is Feyenoord. Just don't give them to Man United. Give them at least a team that has the possibility of beating them. Of course. Of course, Manchester United get Feyenoord. All right, Leipzig. Who do I want Leipzig to play? Probably, I would have loved them to play Manchester United, but Chelsea maybe? Okay, Juventus, that'll work as well. Now, Ajax get Chelsea, so Man City are going to get Inter or PSG. I'm okay with that. Benfica also means Benfica are probably out, and they get Inter. So that's probably perfect. Man City get PSG, happy with that. Real Madrid, Liverpool, happy with that. Barcelona, Bayern, happy with that. Manchester United, probably through, but Juventus, Leipzig, that's not easy for them either. Yeah, United and Chelsea basically through, and Inter, but yeah, I'm okay with that draw. I think that worked out pretty well for us. Now it's time to take on Benfica. First, we've got to get there. We did just play Santa Clara in the league, beat them 2-1. They got a late goal that was entirely undeserved. That, again, was thanks to a sliding tackle from us. It didn't go directly in this time, but it went straight to the foot of their striker, who was then unmarked in the box, who had a tap in. So it looks closer than it really was. We destroyed them. Next, we've got Taça da Liga. We've got a game against Tondela. Going to completely rotate for that, obviously. So we'll be ready for this Benfica match. All right, now it's time to play what's typically the toughest game of the league season, away against Benfica. We did just play against Tondela in the Taça da Liga, and we won 4-1 with a heavily rotated side. In the Taça da Liga, you have to have 2 under-21 Portuguese players to start. So Luis Figueiredo and Alvaro Portero started. You don't remember them? Figueiredo we signed from the lower leagues of Portugal, and he is pretty good for 19 years old. Like, he's really good for 19 years old. Bunch of potential. Definitely really excited about him. And then Portero actually came through our youth academy. Alvaro Portero, striker. He looks really good as well. 4.5 stars, but yeah, he looks like he could be a really good striker. He could follow kind of in the footsteps of Bruno Thiago. Only 18, by the way. Really good. And then we also started another youth prospect of ours. I forgot the right game. Zakaria Saki. Probably the one I'm most excited about. The Dutch center back. 17 years old. Really freaking good. He is only 5'11", but since he's 17, he should grow. I'm hoping he'll get to at least 6 foot, 6'1". But he's a really good player. Positioning a little bit low, but composure and decisions a little bit low. But for 17, to have these defensive abilities and decent physicals, I really like Zakaria Saki. I think he'd be really good. So I had to start him. Other than that, just some backups mostly. Dyer played, Franjic, Pereira, Ugarte, Tabata. Gonzalez played, got 2 goals. Tana also played. So yeah, pretty rotated squad. Thought we played pretty well. They got a goal late, which wasn't really deserved again, but that's whatever. So now we've got Benfica. And we've got a full squad basically available. We're only missing one player, and that's Malo Gusto. So we're going with this 4-3-3. I'm going to go to the more defensive one. And it's going to be front three of Carna, Thiago, and Sesko, obviously. Partnership in midfield of Nunez, Gonzalez, and Polina. Digne at left back. Weigl gets the start at right back. Ruin and Ignacio center back. Carrazzo in net. On the bench, that leaves Niakate. Estevez says he's injured, but he returns tomorrow, and he passed the fitness test. And our only other option is Eric Dyer. So Estevez is on the bench. Bergancha, Ugarte, Franjic, Tabata, and Thiago Tomas is the guy I preferred to the bench today. I just kind of trust him more than anyone else. He's been in really good form recently. He already has 6 goals. Dike is really hot and cold. Quintana's not fit, even though he's been doing pretty well. 9 goals. Gonzalez as well is doing pretty well, but he did get 2 goals in that last game against Tondela, but before that, he'd not gotten a goal in a while. I trust Tomas a little bit more, so he makes the bench. Big game. Kind of need to win, but I think we're like 11 points ahead of them, but they have like 2 games in hand, unless they played one of their games in hand. They did, so we are 8 points clear. They have a game in hand, so even if we lose, we're still ahead of them. But Gil Vicente could jump us if we lose, so it's still an important match to win. We're 37 minutes in. It's been a really cagey match so far, and they hit the crossbar from a deep free kick. And they're going to get a corner out of it. I think the goalkeeper, Carrazzo, actually got a hand to that. Gil Vicente have taken the lead against Braga, so we do really need to win. And it looks like we might be going into halftime. 0-0. We've been the better team, but only slightly. We've had more possession, 1 more shot, but it's been a really even first half. 65 minutes in, we've got to throw in. Still, really cagey match. Ball in, and Ignacio can't win it. He gets headed out, and it's going to fall to Alfredo Morelos. He's going to pick it up and run down his left-hand side. Looks fine for his man, Divock Origi, who's been really good for Benfica. I think he's a surprisingly good player in this game, Divock Origi. Gets Fernandez, finds Morelos. Looks for Wage on the overlap. Needs to do something here. He's going to get to the byline, put in a cross. We've conceded a direct goal from a sliding tackle. We've conceded a goal from a sliding tackle that fell directly to an attacker. And now we hit the ball off Morelos' face into the back of the net. Feels like every possible way you can concede, we have conceded. This is ridiculous. We got a kickoff highlight, though. Are we going to make up for it? Is the match going to be like, sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen? Here's our goal. Bruno Thiago, Sesko. Let's get right back in this. Not a great ball to Karna, though. And are they going to double down? We do win it. Weigl wins it. Finds Pedro Gonçalves into Sesko. Sesko hasn't gotten an assist in a little bit. He's typically been a really good assister for us the last 2 years. Weigl looks for a ball in. Is that going to count? Hopefully that's going to count, because based on what the goal they scored, we should be given that one. Please. It's only deserved. Odysseus looked like he dropped it, and Bruno Thiago headed into the back of the net. And it is going to count. What are these goals? Let's see this again. Sesko puts the ball back to Weigl. Is he the one that put the ball in? I think it was. He was. And Odysseus just drops it. And it falls right to Bruno Thiago, and he heads it in the back of the net. No one in net. Easy goal. That was like the prototypical, that goal shouldn't have happened. Here's a free goal. That was crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Bruno Thiago now, he's got one man to beat. He's got good dribbling ability, but he's going sideways. Help is arriving, though. He's got Luka Karna on the underlap. He's going to take a shot. Good save, but it's going to fall to Sesko. And as long as Sesko is onside, that's going to be the lead. I'm not sure if he was at all. So we'll have to wait and see. I didn't really see it, but apparently it's good. We're 2-1 up now. We went behind by a freak goal, and then suddenly we're in the lead. There's going to be a highlight, a free kick for Benfica. Is he going to try to go for goal here? We'll see. Who's taking this? Julian Brandt. And he's going to look for his man, but Inaccio's going to head it away. But they're still going to mount an attack. They're down a goal. They desperately need to get one back. Lozano, ball in. Divock Origi does just that. 3 minutes left, and Benfica have equalized. It's 2-2. There's going to be a highlight. We're 88 minutes in. It's going to be a free kick for us this time. They scored the last free kick they had, not directly, but we do score this one directly. Well, from the header from Luka Karna. What a crazy game. I don't remember a game like this like ever before. It's been so insane. 2 ridiculous goals. One hit off the face of a striker. One dropped by the goalkeeper. And we've had like 2 goals in a minute. This game is wild. There's going to be another highlight. We've got probably one highlight left in this game. 3 minutes, a little under 3 minutes left. And Estevez, who's I brought on as a sub because Weigl was on a yellow and I did not trust it. He got the ball taken away from him. If they concede because of a giveaway from Gonzalo Estevez, and they do. What is this game? Julian Brandt scores. There's 2 minutes left. I wouldn't be surprised if one of us gets a winner goal. 1 minute left. Is there going to be a highlight? Doesn't look like it. Looks like one of the craziest games I've ever played. It's going to end 3-3. That was bonkers. I don't even know what to think. Goal in the 88th, 89th, and 93rd minute. After a goal that went off of Morelos' face. A ball dropped by their goalkeeper. Bruno Thiago heads in the back of the net. Like, the only normal goal was Sesko's, basically. That was a weird, weird game. That has to be the wildest game we've ever played against Benfica. And I think a draw is probably fair. Like, I don't think either team really deserved to win that game. But, of course, player of the match, Luka Karna. Oh, it's got to be. That was nuts. That was so weird. That was just weird. Like, it was kind of exciting, but it was mostly just weird. Weird is the perfect way to explain that game. All right, we've got quite a few league games coming up, but none of major importance. I mean, there's some decent teams in here. Boa Vista, Guimarães, Millicao aren't bad. That's about it. But we do have Porto as well, and then we've got the Champions League knockouts. I'm more worried about the Champions League, so I think we can go over these games. I've played quite a few games, but Porto and Tottenham, I think, is the perfect time to come back. The home match against Porto, played them earlier, and we beat them 1-0, thanks to a Bruno Thiago goal in the 70th minute. Now we'll see if we can make it 2 for 2. That'll be next episode. I'll see you then. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.